All right, this morning here in the kitchen, meet the Lobsterboys, fourth generation lobstermen. So Justin and Travis Maderia are in studio, kind of breaking down what it is that we love about lobsters, because if you go out to a nice restaurant, even if you're trying to do lobsters at home, it can be a little overwhelming for some of us here in the Midwest. So these guys are going to give us the tutorial on why this is such a great food source, not only, as you mentioned, for protein, but health, right?
Yes. You know, all of our lobsters are sourced directly from fishermen. We support the independent fishermen. None are bought from dealers. And as you said, you know, this is an elite protein, and most people aren't aware of how elite it is. You know, it's a living protein, so when you get steak or whatever the case may be, this is how our boxes will arrive. When you bring it to your house, you know, you'll have lobsters.
And that's like a real live lobster.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have him chilled right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's just kind of hanging out. Talk about the importance of having really fresh, in this case, perishable goods coming to your home. I mean, you want the best quality stuff for the people that you're buying for.
Absolutely. Trey, you want to take that?
So it's important because we buy direct from the fishermen, and what that means is that we can control the process when the fisherman comes in with the boat, brings them to us, and our truck picks them up and brings them to our facility where we grade them out into all. It's like almost like picture like a beauty pageant where we grade them by size and quality and everything. So an end consumer on lobsterboys.com could say, I want a 1.5 pound lobster. I want a 2 pound lobster. So it's important that the consumers can get exactly the size they want and guaranteed from us that they have not been through a middleman. No people have touched them besides Lobsterboys, and we're a unique company that does that single-handedly, and there's not many that can say that.
So does the price point vary by that? You know what I mean? If you're buying a diamond ring and you want a certain size or color or whatever, you're paying a different amount. Is this individually priced for whatever you're picking out, or how does your pricing points go?
It's a good question. Everything's priced by the pound, so it's based on the weight that you want. But what I would say is that, you know, we're the most aggressively priced because of the fact that we don't have any layers of middleman between us and the fishermen. So when people buy from us, they get the highest meat to shell ratio. They also know that they're supporting the independent fishermen. And we're able to carry the best price and value to the consumer. And then we also are able to support the fishermen, giving them the most money.
Well, I love it. They're doing a tour all over the country. You can probably tell by the accent. These are Northeastern boys, and I love it. So again, that's the live lobster you brought out and showed us. These are cooked. You've done this for us. How do we crack into a lobster and get the most meat from it?
Let me get into this. So what we'll do is...
And I can move out of the way, too.
We'll take this lobster, and it's really simple. You know, you don't have to be a chef. So you basically can just twist the claws off.
And that's obviously cooked and prepared properly for people to do that.
The tail, you'll just give it a twist and just kind of
pull it out.
Off, pull it out. The tails are really easy. You can just crunch it down like this, and then you flip it over and crunch it the other way. And what you'll get is this really nice piece of meat that comes out of here.
Well, and that's the thing. If you've ever gone to New England or Long Island or anywhere on the East Coast during the summertime and you get a lobster roll, it's one of my favorite things. Literally, probably one of the most decadent sandwiches you can have.
The knuckles, they're very spiny, so you want to get those separated before you get to the claw. The claw, you'll take the thumb, and there's a piece of cartilage in here, so you got to make sure that you get it out of there. And this is probably the most dangerous part, but what you want to do is get into the side of the claw. And you can just crack it, and you'll see these are really hard lobsters too.
Oh my gosh!
Look
at that!
You'll see a nice piece of meat. So that's really how you break it down. These legs, these little legs that you get, they're actually, people don't realize, but these legs, the leg meat, you can actually like take these, because our lobsters are so full of meat. What we do is we actually suck on them.
Well, and a lot of people do that down south for, you know, like crawfish boils. I mean, they'll eat a lot of
Well, the benefit for Lobsterboys is because we only buy hard shell lobsters, there's actually good amount of meat in those. If you buy like a summer fish, like we're big advocates on the summer fishery, and that's why we lost ours in Connecticut and New York. The summer fishery is a problem because if you soft shell lobsters, they don't have basically anything or no meat inside there.
Yeah, you're paying for a lot of water versus meat, which you're trying to get is the meat, obviously. So you got to know who you're getting your lobster from and make sure that they are a hard shell lobster, not a firm shell lobster.
Okay, because we're limited on time. If people want to order from you directly, just mom and pop, we can do that. If restaurants, local restaurateurs here in Cincinnati in the metro area say, I want lobster from these guys. Can they do that? Is that all available on your website, and where do we go?
Yeah, so end consumers go to lobsterboys.com. Every day of the week we have our site available for shipping, and then restaurants can email us through our website. There's an email called sales@lobsterboys.com.
Yeah.
And everybody can follow us on our social handles at Lobsterboys Team across every
enjoy our price right now, $9.95 right now.
Well,
on the website. It's a big deal.
Well, that's crazy too, because now is like the peak time for you guys, right? This is like Super Bowl.
The supply is wide open. All our seasons are open. It's the best time to buy lobster.
Okay. Well, if you would, I don't even know, is that edible?
Oh, for sure.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. So Catherine's going to save me, but we talked about too. You guys are up in Nova Scotia, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Catherine's going in.
It's like 2 weeks.